What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I'm going to be explaining what a MEATY and an OKI is. Now, if you're new to the fighting game scene, you probably don't know what either of these terms are, and you've been hearing it a lot. And like I was, you're probably like, what the heck does that mean? And I'm here today to teach y'all, if you don't know already, what a MEATY and an OKI is. Now, I was only going to do a video on OKI and then a separate video on MEATY, but I think it's very important to do these two videos together because there's no point of knowing what a MEATY is if you don't know what an OKI is, and vice versa. More so for OKI. There's no point of knowing what an OKI is if you don't know what a MEATY is. Now, MEATY, what that means is when you press a button so active that it shuts down most of their options. Now, the thing about Mortal Kombat 11, there's so many freaking wake up options that MEATYs don't matter for the most part. But they still definitely mean a lot, but they don't completely just straight up demolish like they do in other fighting games. Like, you don't have to 100% respect them. So let me actually correct that. MEATYs do matter, but not as much in Mortal Kombat as they do in other games, because this game has so many freaking ridiculous wake up options. More talking about the meter burn roll. Meter burn roll completely eliminates most MEATY options. So to explain it better, if I knock Cotto down and he does that right there, since it's not invincible or not a roll, it will get MEATY'd if I press a button at the right time. See? He's getting hit out of it. Now, if he does this one right here, this one is invincible. So my MEATY doesn't work. Now, if he jumps, we set him to just hold up. Knock him down. See? It hit him. Now, see where he didn't get up off the ground? That was MEATY. But Garrus kind of has it easier with medium because even if you're in the air a bit, it can catch you. But now I think about it, Garrus can also get screwed over if it whiffs in a certain spot. But I'm trying to purposely show it off in case you get two like that. Yeah, it'll still work. But Garrus has an easier time median. But you see right there, that hit MEATY. He couldn't jump. And it also, MEATYs also stop you from pressing a button. See, my MEATY was perfect right there. Garrus has really good MEATY buttons. Like this right here, like is one of the best MEATY buttons in the game. Because he throws that out and you're not doing much for the most part because his knee is so active. So, to recap, a MEATY is what you press after you knock them down that stops them from pressing a button. So, if they aren't doing a invincible or armor attack, your MEATY should work all the time. So, another way to show it is let's just put them on get up attack random. Now he should only be able to get out with rolls. Well, that right there too. Because when I was recording earlier, he wouldn't do that at all, but now he is. But yeah, he should only be able to hit me with a up 3 or get out with a roll. So let me show you. Well, perfect example right there. I mistimed my MEATY. So that worked. That shouldn't have worked. See, that worked. Like I said. Mistimed the MEATY. You see how he hit me with the sword the other time? And that time he didn't? Because my MEATY was perfect right there. And you can get out of MEATYs with rolls. But you get the point. That's the segment on what a MEATY is. Now, vice versa, Cotto. No, matter of fact, that's enough on what the MEATY is, because we need to get into OKI. We can come back to MEATY if I feel like there's some stuff that still needs to be said. But OKI. OKI is the mind game after the MEATY. Garrus is the best OKI character in this game completely. 100%. If we go here. Oh, wait, not here. If we look at everything Garrus does, everything that Garrus does leaves you in a position to where you have to guess again. That's what an OKI is for the most part. An OKI is the mind game after you have them knocked down. So, for example, Garrus's OKI is after he does a choke, you're right in front of him. So, he can either grab you or forward 2. You gotta hold that unless you do one of your wake up options or he mistimes it. So no matter what, in most situations, Garrus is making you guess after a knockdown because he has the best OKI in the game. So if he does this right here, you guess him forward 2 or grab. You gotta hold it unless you wake up. You have no choice if the Garrus times it right. If he lands a grab, he gets an OKI. You gotta guess again. A forward or grab, a forward or back grab. If he lands a low sand, you gotta guess again. Gotta guess forward 2 or grab. Like, do y'all understand what I'm like saying now with this point? If you don't get it, let me know in the comments now. So everything that Garrus does, why he's so freaking ridiculous in this game, is legit. He can always keep you in a constant OKI state. If a Garrus doesn't have you like in the OKI state, it's usually his choice. And I don't see why he wouldn't want to have you in that. Unless he wants to, you know, run away and do some of the sand things if he wants. But yeah. But this is the absolute best OKI character in the game. Now, since the OKI, for the most part, is, okay, they have to hold this or grab, that lets you start throwing out more things. Because you have the OKI, like, freaking, how can I put it? I don't want to say condition. That's the perfect way. Once you condition them with the OKI, you can start doing what you want. Now that I know that they're scared of the forward 2 or the grab, that's when you start doing these frog splashes or throwing out the 1-1 low sands, which also leads into more OKI. That is the only thing I can think of that Garrus can do that doesn't lead into OKI. And he still doesn't even need to do that to win. So Garrus potentially fighting you, he can beat you off of making you guess OKI over and over again. He just can. That's what he does. And that's the type of character he is. That's why I personally feel like that there's no way to really nerf Garrus unless they take his OKI away, but then you're taking away what makes Garrus Garrus. That's why I think that they should just personally give him 900 health, because he's legit just too good. But yeah, that's what a MEATY and OKI is. Now, why I picked Cotto is Cotto, in my opinion, has the second best OKI in the game. Because Cotto has unique OKI. He has ranged OKI. And usually that's not the case for characters in fighting games. They don't usually give characters ranged OKI, because ranged OKI is kind of ridiculous. But let's set up Control Player 2. Now this right here. After Cotto gets a grab, you gotta hold this. That's his OKI. So now that Cotto knows you're afraid of this, that's when he can dash up, start grabbing. He can start working his way in because he knows you're afraid. But the difference about Cotto is, while Garrus can end all his stuff in OKI, for the most part, Cotto really can't. end all his stuff in OKI. Like, he's usually ending with a command grab to get some damage, and he doesn't. If he wants to spend a bar, he usually. Let me show you right here. Doesn't get good OKI off of that. But if he just does this right here, matter of fact, let's optimize it. And then plop. Now they gotta hold this. That's his OKI. So he makes you guess off of regular command grab, forward grab. See? See how they're in a range to have to hold the button? And back grab too. So off of both grabs, Cotto makes you guess forward too. And off of command grab, he makes you guess. So Cotto has very amazing OKI. So that's basically the explanation on what a MEATY and an OKI is. And yeah, these are the two characters that show that off perfectly. And if Mortal Kombat didn't have all these ridiculous wake-up options, knowing what a MEATY and OKI is would be way more important. But the fact of the matter is you can just roll and get out of most people's like OKIs and their MEATYs. So yeah, that's what it is basically. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if there's some more FGC terms that y'all don't know about and you want me to talk about, just let me know and I'll get to it. I know the next video I need to be making is talking about why overheads are just so good in general. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch and my Patreon. And Nickopz out.